Welcome back to my channel. If you're new here, my name is Santina. I retired in April of 2025 and now travel the US full-time in my Ford Transit 250 no-build build.
Look at these beauties. Wow. I got a Boston cream donut instead of a yogurt. Bad girl.
Okay, now, so I brushed my teeth, went to the bathroom, filled my water. Funny story, when I was washing my hands, the water was cold. So I flipped the nozzle on one sink to try to get it to be warm, and it never did. And then I filled my water with the other sink, which was cold when I tried using it. And when I just took a sip of my water, it was warm. I'm going to navigate towards the Bushkill Meeting Center. There's two roads to get there. The one that I was on, I believe, was 209, and it was the one with the mower on it, so I'm not going to go that way. I'm going to go a different way that's parallel to it, and hopefully I'll get there without being stuck behind a mower. It's 25 minutes. You know, when you're on a ridge of mountains, everything takes so much longer. As the bird flies, it could take 5 minutes, but it could take you 45 minutes by car. You just are at the mercy of the roads. So gonna head there. Hopefully they have a map, they have the passport stamp, and if not, after that I'm just gonna head towards the general area of where my van is being fixed and see what I can find. So here's the meeting center. It's on 209, but I didn't take 209 to get here. There's a parallel road. Aww. Just noticed this butterfly on the ground, not doing so good. Got a chunk out. They have bathrooms, probably vault toilets. What I'm hoping they have is maps. It doesn't look like there's any way to get in or that there's any kiosk. This looks like, yeah, a door that they would use for moving stuff in and out. Maybe it was an old church and that's why they call it the meeting house. Okay, this looks more hopeful. There's a map, which I have, but it doesn't give me particulars, like trailheads or, you know, where the cool waterfalls are. I don't understand, but this is closed. Let's see if they have. Okay, they do have passport stamps. Yes. And they have the paper maps. Oh, this is so cool. That's what they mean by a tackle box. Okay, where can I put this down to get them? How about on the ground? Wow, they have a lot. What I wish they would tell us is, where are the waterfalls? I don't see a key for a waterfall, so I don't think they delineate waterfalls on this map. I'm sure hiking trails, like here's a hiking trail here at this meeting center, and that doesn't mean there's a waterfall there. I wish they would tell us where the waterfalls are. Maybe it'll tell us on this paper map. It is a warm and very heavy with humidity today. The trailhead that's here is called the Bushkill Village Trailhead McDade Recreational Trail. Let's see if they say anything about waterfalls. We are in bear country. Oh, I don't see anything about waterfalls. Oh. McDade Recreation Trail is closed between Pittman Orchard and White Pines. Huh, for resource protection. Okay, probably not the trail we would want to take today then. They're only open Friday through Monday. Good information on this sign. I think what I'm learning though is that I like to be spontaneous and just go somewhere, find a place with information, pick up paper maps, do my research then and there, and figure out what I want to do for the day. And a lot of places expect you to go online and do the research first. They don't make the paper maps available, or they just don't, have the resources to do that. So I'm finding that this is a little challenging because of the way that I like to travel and be spontaneous. But it's worked out so far. I think just more and more what's going to happen is it's going to be things like I'm going to show up and it's going to be the day that resource or that location is closed. Like not knowing that this wasn't open except for Monday through Friday, and it's Wednesday. So as long as I'm willing to put up with things like that and just change my plans abruptly, then it's fine. Okay, according to this, I'm at the perfect location, the Dingman Falls. Oh, I'm not at the Dingman Falls Visitor Center. Never mind, that's where I was before. That's where the Dingman Falls is. I just didn't see a sign for a trailhead to take me to the falls. Okay, from my quick research, it appears that Bushkill Falls got the majority of the waterfalls in this area. It is a paid private property, but if you ever get a chance to go to Bushkill Falls, there's quite a few really beautiful waterfalls in the park. It's beautiful shaded paths. There is some elevation, but you can, on some parts of it, you can take wheelchairs. We had a service dog at the time, so I don't know if they allow pets. Probably allow pets, I'm thinking. But really enjoyed it. I think it used to be $20 or something to get in per person. It's probably a lot more by now, but it's worth the money if you want to see waterfalls. They have some really beautiful ones you can actually walk into. Here in the Delaware Water Gap Recreation Area, there appear to be two falls. One is closed. One is at that Dingman's Falls Visitor Center, where the gate was across, and the guy told me that they were doing construction, and that's why the visitor center was closed. So that's closed indefinitely. I don't know when they're going to open. The only other one I can find, of course, is in the opposite direction of where I drove, but that's okay. I have gas now, is Area-Raymondskill Falls. Looks like you can drive to it, and then there's a description of some short paths you can get to. I think you can even take some wheelchairs, except for one part. There's like a 3-tier cascade waterfall, and you cannot get to the upper part, but you can get to the other 2 parts with observation platforms. So I'm going to do that today. That's going to be my big outdoor hike. I think it's even less than a mile, but it is murky and gross outside and very mosquito-y, so I think that's probably all I'm going to be able to tolerate. So let me show you on the map. Let's see, I am currently, where did I underline it? Here at, Bushkill Meeting Center. And then I need to drive all the way back on 209 or Milford Road, which is probably what I'll take, past the Dingman Falls Visitor Center and the falls there, which is closed, and then head up to the Area-Raymondskill Falls, which hopefully will be open. There are no other waterfalls on this map that I could see. I think the symbol for waterfall is what I usually see for overlook, like the 3 dashes that look like a sound. I usually think of that as an overlook symbol. Maybe it's both overlook and or waterfall. I don't see any other waterfall symbols on the map on this side. So I think that's where I'm going. I found one other symbol. It's right under the words Dingman's Falls in the George W. Childs Park, but it doesn't say that there's a waterfall there. So I'm thinking that that is in fact the symbol for an observation point. But anyway, the only 2 blue words that say falls on the map are Dingman's Falls and Area-Raymondskill Falls. So I don't see any others. Bushkill Falls has a lot more than 2 waterfalls, that's for sure. When Google Maps said I had arrived, I was just on a road and there was nothing on either side of the road. I was like, oh, damn it. Did it again. Once in a while, you ask to go someplace and it'll find that place, like Area-Raymondskill Falls, and you're assuming there's a parking lot there, and it'll take you to where the fall is on the road, but it's not the parking area. Anyway, I just went a couple of yards down a little bit further, and there was a parking area, not well signed. The sign is facing the other way. So I saw a bunch of cars, and I waited for a car to pull out, and I pulled in, and then I saw the sign that it was the parking area for the falls. So here we are. There is a bathroom behind me. Let's see if you can see that. Probably not. Doesn't matter. There's a bathroom behind me. There's also a van lifer here. Maybe 2? I don't know. There's one here. This looks more like a passenger van. We're going to go see the falls and see what we can see. Driving here, just that short distance, like 25 minutes, I was able to fully charge my little Bluetti battery. I love this. It's what I use to charge my phone and my headlamps.
I can hear the water from here. We're sharing this area with black bears. So we'll make a lot of noise. Even though we're by ourselves, we will talk to ourselves. Really pretty in here. Please stay on the trail. Okay, no problem. And the fence is to protect young trees. Oh, I can hear it already. That sounds wonderful. Wheelchairs might be able to be rolled down this with a few bumps. As you can see, there's almost like stairs here. But rolling it back up would be kind of challenging. It is a little steep. Not see anything because it's spring and the trees have grown their leaves. I can hear it though. Keep going down, see if we can get a view of this Raymondskill Falls. Steps are really steep. How many people lose their cameras over the edge. Spray from the waterfall is even coming up this far. So, local person just stopped me, said he's never coming here again because it's very slippery and he thinks that people could get really hurt. And it's true. He was walking on wet rocks. He usually goes to Bushkill Falls, but that's closed, obviously. Or I'm sorry, not Bushkill Falls. He does go to Bushkill Falls, the paid place, but he usually goes to Dingman's Falls, or Dingman's Ferry Falls. I have my hiking boots on, so these don't feel very slippery to me. I'm gonna have a nice hike up, that's for sure, and I didn't bring my hiking poles. He was slightly older than me. Maybe that made a difference. Oh, look at this. A cave. That's a pretty cool waterfall, to be fair. This is a widowmaker. Eek. No roots in, well, I guess a little bit. Eek. Feels weird walking under it. So I know you can get to the bottom. And there's a nice view there. This is what he's talking about, these wet stones. It's nice that they have stairs for us. But they are not, this is natural stone. There's a railing. I'm holding on just in case. It is nice that they put this railing up. So there's some falls at Bushkill Falls, the paid place, where you have, steps and it's steeper and everything. And it's probably slippery and dangerous too. But most of it is just paths, nice, almost flat paths. At least the red path that we took. We had 2 young kids at the time, so we took kind of an easy path, moderate but easy, because we had strollers. This is quite well done though, with the observation platforms they've created. Very nice. And the secondary fall here. I can see how this would be hard for someone who's not young. These are quite steep steps. And I wonder if this is just a more easy way to meander up to the top. I'm not sure. Maybe I'll try it when I come back up. Pretty spectacular. Feel the mist spray from here. So beautiful. I'm afraid I'm going to slap a mosquito and topple my phone over the edge. I'm never to be seen again. Water. That one. So there are no stairs down from here into that gorge, so you can see the very bottom. But I imagine if you were down there, you'd only see this waterfall, and you wouldn't see the more spectacular Area-Raymondskill waterfall. Or this part of the Area-Raymondskill waterfall. So it was raining last night, and that's probably what accounts for so much volume of water, but I'm sure it's still running even on days when there isn't rain. But I'm just amazed that there is so much water collected in our environment that in this one waterfall, this much volume can come down at any time. You know, the rain accounts for most of it, I'm sure, but just the fact that we have all these waters flowing constantly out to our oceans from mountains and springs is just, I don't know, it's amazing to me. Don't jump. Don't jump. There should be a sign here. Deposit phone here. People join me at the observation platform, so I'm going to let them have it to themselves. Oh my gosh, it's about 10 degrees warmer here at the entrance to that platform than it is down there. It's amazing. It's beautiful down there. Beautiful, cool. I'm going to go ahead and take this path, and I don't know where it goes. It goes up. I can't imagine that it actually goes to the bottom of the falls, but who knows? Let's see where it goes. Instead of doing the steps back up, maybe this leads to the parking lot. It's a little more gradual path. Maybe. It's steep, don't get me wrong. There's elevation to it, that's for sure. But it's not stairs, and it's not steep stairs. I'm not sure, but I think it just meets up with the other trail. I'm not sure how. Maybe not, but this looks familiar. There's a path down here. If I take it, I just gotta remember to get back to the falls and make a left. All right, this just seems to be a path through the woods, which is lovely, I'm sure, but I'm concerned about not having my bearings since I don't have a map. It goes both ways. There appears to be kind of a view of the mountains in the distance. I know you West Coasters, you're saying these are little foothills, but to us they're mountains. I'm gonna go back. I'm gonna make a right to continue on the path that I started, which I think is to the parking lot from the falls. I can see the other van lifer's van from here. Let's see, where am I? Yeah, I think that's the top of his van. Right there, it's not my van. That's the person I parked next to. And this is the path I'm on. But there's a path here. I'm gonna take this one. This one looks like it just goes to some, oh, it goes to the road. And I'm gonna take this one. So there is a more gradual path that you can take to the falls, if you so wish, instead of going down the stairs and back up the stairs. I recommend it for coming up at least. Now let's see where this path begins so I can use it next time I come. So if you want to use this more moderate path that doesn't have many stairs, there's one set of stairs. They're not too horribly steep, maybe 5 or 6 steps. You come to the left of the bathrooms, and if you want to go the stairwell way down to Bushkill Falls, you go to the right of the bathroom. Here's the trail map. It's really kind of difficult to read. So this is where the bathrooms are, and this is the overlook. No outro, I guess, today, guys. My life is one continuous journey, and so it's really hard for me to film outros because I don't know where the end of the video is going to be. But thanks for watching. I hope you enjoyed this visit to Raymondskill's Falls.